Good morning, America, and welcome, friends, to the Brightside, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado, registered pharmacist number 12275. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality and health and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to the Brightside every day, you are more and more in control of your body. You are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on the Brightside, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 27 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like eczema, acne, rosacea, psoriasis, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle, but what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure, because the human biological system is a healing system, a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis, and while some folks may call that healing and renewing and regenerating system a miracle, it really is no miracle at all. It is simply the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, we want to hear from you on the Brightside. Our number is 855-660-4261. If you have a success story you'd like to share, if you want to contribute to the conversation, if you have questions about the longevity products or formulations, 855-660-4261 is your phone number on the Brightside. Try to get on board early so we can squeeze in as many calls as possible. If you want to purchase the Beyond Tangy Tangerine or the Biolumin Nightly Essence or any of the fine longevity products that you hear us talk about on the program, the ones I take and the ones I recommend, you can call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470. Make sure you ask them about the BTT, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, now Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0. Fruit and vegetable, multivitamin, mineral complex powder. You add a little bit to water and drink it down. It's a great source of the B complex and vitamin C, as well as fat-soluble vitamins and minerals and accessory nutrients like bioflavonoids and grapeseed extract and coenzyme Q10. It tastes awesome, and it's only $50 a canister. If you want to start a longevity business, this is your product, your flagship product for starting a longevity business, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. And you can find out all about it by calling the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470, or you can head over to brightsideben.com and take a look at our shopping cart or click on the Join the Team link if you so desire to start a longevity business for a one-time $10 fee. You can make some money selling longevity products and help spread the word about the power and the importance of a good nutritional supplement program. Also want to remind you to check out my blog, pharmacistben.com, which we update regularly with news stories as well as blog posts. And I got a blog post coming up hopefully today. It should be up later today. A new blog post at pharmacistben.com. All right. We are talking about the meat, the matrix, the connective tissue, muscle tissue matrix in the body. Last program we were talking about skin health and the skin's relationship or skin health's relationship to connective tissue and muscle tissue. And I want to continue a bit with this important distinction between what I'm calling the meat or the matrix and the connective tissue, muscle tissue matrix and the covering, the coating that covers the whole thing. This is a very, very important distinction that we need to make because people selling us products are not making this distinction. People selling us skincare products especially imply that all you got to do is rub this stuff on the surface of your skin and your wrinkles will go away and your skin will look beautiful and youthful and vigorous and vital like it used to look. And it's not true because the epithelia, the surface, is different. It's distinct from the meat, the matrix, the connective tissue, muscle tissue matrix, which is where wrinkles and fine lines appear. Skincare today, skincare products today, and I've been doing skincare for many years. Skincare products, skincare ingredients are largely about addressing the covering, the epithelia. Well, most of our skin health concerns are about the matrix, which is composed largely of muscle tissue, collagen, and sugars. To address skin aging, we've got to address the matrix, and for the most part, with some exceptions, this is done through diet and through nutrition. This is so important, you guys. wrinkles and fine lines and crow's feet. By the time we notice that our skin is starting to thin and we got fine lines and crow's feet and turkey neck. I talked about turkey neck on the last program, which is the ultimate manifestation of a connective tissue, muscle tissue breakdown. By the time we notice our turkey neck or our wrinkles or our fine lines, we have a matrix that's been dissolving for years, that's been dissolving for decades. And this simplistic idea that is promoted by predator skincare companies. I'm sorry to say that, but yes, they're predator skincare companies that you can rub this herb or oil or melon extract on your epithelia on the surface and change your connective tissue. This idea is rude, it's nasty, it's greedy, it's offensive. Even if it's a beautiful woman like Cindy Crawford spreading this stupidity and this dishonesty, it's not fair. It's flat out not fair. You can't rub something on the epithelia, with a couple of exceptions, and expect to get changes in the beef, in the meat, in the muscle, and the connective tissue, in the matrix. Now, we're going to spend a lot of time talking about real ways that you can beef up the beef, if you will, that you can thicken the meat, make it more robust, the connective tissue, muscle tissue matrix, using nutrition, using diet, using internal strategies, and a few topical strategies. But before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit about the idea of weight-bearing exercise for building up the matrix. This is a nutrition show. We talk about nutritional supplements. We talk about diet. But it's very important to understand, if we're going to build up this connective tissue, muscle tissue matrix, which makes up the vast majority of the body, and certainly the vast majority of our signs of aging or meat issues or muscle connective tissue issues, if we're going to really understand how to make ourselves healthy to reverse aging or prevent the aging process from kicking in, we got to talk a little bit about weight-bearing exercise for building up the matrix. On our last program, I talked about weightlifting. I talked about exercise, and I said all you need is a few minutes a day. Maybe 3 or 4 minutes a day, 3 or 4 times a week. Remember, the rest period is when the tissue is recovering, so you need to exploit and leverage this rest period. All you need is 3 or 4 minutes a day, 3 or 4 times a week. I got a bunch of letters and Facebooks asking me to elaborate. So let me talk a couple of minutes about this idea of time-saving, quick, yet very effective workouts. Most of us don't have a lot of extra time. I know I don't have a lot of extra time in my day, and I want to make sure I'm getting my weight-bearing exercise in. I've been lifting weights and doing weight-bearing exercises now for over 30 years, and I don't have a lot of extra time in my day. I get up real early, go to bed late at night, and my day is packed, but I want to make sure that I get some weight-bearing exercise in. So you can do it in 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes. And I want to talk a little bit about the key to a real effective yet rapid, fast exercise program, okay? So the key here, the most important thing to understand when it comes to weight-bearing exercise, when it comes to shortening your exercise, is the word intensity. It's all about intensity. You want to be intense. Take weightlifting, for example, and there's lots of different exercises, but we're going to use weightlifting for an example. When we do a particular weight-bearing exercise or weightlifting exercise, let's take an arm curl, for example. You all probably know what an arm curl is. You have your arm hanging down at your side, you have a weight in your hand, and you curl. You do kind of contract your bicep, and you do what's called a curl. All right? What we're really doing when we do a curl is we're contracting our bicep muscle. We're contracting the muscle. And this contraction of the muscle as the weight is being lifted puts a load or puts a stress on the muscle. And this contraction of the muscle as the weight is being lifted and the stress that's put on the muscle, the bicep specifically, creates a sense of resistance in the muscle. And if the stress is intense enough, the muscle will respond by growing. Okay, so far so good. We all understand that. But here's the key. The body is economical, and it doesn't really want to expend energy if it doesn't have to. So for most of us, when we're doing our curls, instead of actually putting a load on our muscle as we're contracting the muscle and lifting the weight, we're going to end up using momentum. This is called throwing the weight up. And if you go to the gym, you're going to see people who are doing their curls and they're just throwing their weight up. It doesn't have to be with a curl either. Sometimes people do it when they're doing sit-ups, when they're doing abdominal exercises. You'll see people throwing their body up and then going back down, throwing their body up and going back down again. This takes the load off the abdominal muscles or the bicep muscles and instead uses momentum, the throwing action, to accomplish the movement. If you're not putting a weight on the muscle, if you're not putting resistance on the muscle and you're using momentum, you're wasting your exercise. And this is why people end up doing 100 abdominal sit-ups and nothing happens. They don't get any benefit. Or they'll do 30 curls and nothing happens. They don't get any benefit because they're not exploiting the resistance. They're using momentum. Hang tight. We'll finish when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back right after this. Don't go away.
You have all seen and heard about the elements of the periodic table. These elements are the building blocks of everything in the universe. You, my friends, are made from these elements. A shortage of any of these important trace elements can lead to disease. Go with the science and take the Lady Talk Health Challenge and get all 90 essential trace elements with a healthy start pack at LadyTalkLive.com or call 855-333-LADY. That's 855-333-5239.
Research shows it's not just what you put in your body that counts, it's what you put on it as well. Why not use an all-natural, healthy mineral-based makeup that actually benefits your skin? Once you experience the airiness and flawless coverage of Longevity mineral makeup, you will never use anything else. With Longevity, the perception of your complexion will be natural perfection. Animal-friendly mineral makeup at Mary Lou Health. That's MARILU Health.com or call 855-321-HEALTH.
Making the right decisions is a challenge to investors. Are we going to see economic growth, slide into a recession, or at worst, depression? Hi, Ted Anderson from Midas Resources. We all know when a company acts irresponsibly, divesting ourselves in a move towards safety is prudent. When the market becomes volatile, U.S. Treasuries are a safe haven. But what do you do when the U.S. government overextends itself and spends beyond its means? Many investors are turning toward gold as a common-sense alternative to traditional paper investments. Midas Resources has put together a powerful book titled 10 Reasons to Own Gold, discussing costs, benefits, risks, featuring full-color illustrations, weights, and measures. The book is free and can be yours by calling 800-686-2237. Paper investments are dwarfed by gold's 6,000-year history. Discover how gold may be right for you and your IRA by calling 800-686-2237. Whether buying or it's time for you to sell, the book is free. Call 800-686-2237.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey Water Filtration Systems. The Berkey Light Systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light System today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at GoBerkey.com. That's GoBerkey.com today.
Now you can get the same survival food U.S. Special Forces use on their toughest field missions. High-protein, high-energy, freeze-dried foods known as long-range patrol rations, or LRPs. Soldiers love LRP rations. They're lightweight and easy to carry. Easy to prepare by just adding water. Easy to enjoy because they taste great. Civilians love LRPs as a solution for emergency preparedness and recreational activities with limited storage space, such as hiking, climbing, sailing, or RV travel. Veteran-owned Freeze Dry Guy is your exclusive source for this 2013 U.S. military overrun. Long on nutrition, these delicious entrees have a long shelf life, lasting decades. But this rare opportunity, this limited supply, will not last long. You have to act now. Call 866-404-3663, 866-404-FOOD, or log on now to freezedryguy.com, freezedryguy.com.
A little right, a little left, but always independent-minded. The Genesis Communications Network, GCN.
All right, we are back on the Bright Side. We will get to your calls in our next segment, and we do have a couple lines open for you at 855-660-4261, 855-660-4261. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, we want to hear from you on the Bright Side. If you have a success story you'd like to share, likewise, we want to hear from you. And if you have questions about the longevity products, formulations, ingredients, skincare, whatever, 855-660-4261 is your number on the Bright Side. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products that you hear us recommend or advertise, you can head over to my website, brightsideben.com, and pull down on the shopping cart. They're all up there at brightsideben.com, or you can call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470.